And welcome to BCB Live, the safest station in the nation. Drive Safe Dave here to talk to you about a very important subject here that we've got at the Women in Trucking here in 2022 out here at the Anatole Hotel. What do y'all think so far of the convention?
It's exciting, and it's nice to be surrounded with so much positive energy. So
I am drawing in on it, right? So I came in today and I felt down, I was dragging, and yes, I was uplifted when I walked in and saw 1,700 people listening to the director or administrator of the FMCSA speak today. Robin Hutchinson talk today. I'm telling you, got a little bit of positivity going on there talking about safety. All right. Here we are. Brandy, Laura, Kellylyn, we're all here to talk about truckers against trafficking, aren't we?
yes, right, yes.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about truckers against trafficking because I currently am a member. I have been a member for a while and a trucker for many, many years. And I'm excited to talk about it. So here we are. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what it is? And because I sure could steal the show, but it's not what we want to do. We've got guests here, so we want to make sure that they tell the story. What is Truckers Against Trafficking?
It's an organization that, and we're talking about human trafficking. We're not talking about drug trafficking. We're talking about human trafficking that is working with the people that are at the ground level to train them to recognize what's happening and to report it so that we can help stop human trafficking in any form.
So how did you get involved, Brandy, with Truckers Against Trafficking?
Long story, but I got involved. A friend of mine actually is with Truckers Against Trafficking, became a member some years ago, and the company I used to work at with Walmart got me involved, and position came open and I applied, and I've been here a year now, so loving the job. I love being able to do what I do and go out and educate the communities, public, industry, and everybody in between on being aware of human trafficking.
I tell you, until I saw the videos, until I understood the message that y'all give, right? Because I tell you, being out there on the road, been doing it for a long time, sometimes you just look away. Sometimes you don't, you don't, it's not that you don't care, you don't know how to get involved. You don't know what to do. You don't know what's the right thing to do at the right moment. And the worst thing you want to do is make it worse for anybody, including yourself.
Yeah.
And you don't know. And I think that's probably what I think is the greatest thing going on about Truckers Against Trafficking. It's the message, right? It's the message.
Right.
So, and I'm telling you, until I heard the message, I didn't realize I was the solution.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't realize I was the solution. And every driver that I think that takes the 30 minutes to get involved and to listen to it, they'll realize they're the solution.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, nobody knows more than truck drivers on what's going on out there all across this country.
But it's not just truck drivers. It's people who work in the bus industry
absolutely.
or the truck stops.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's pervasive, right? And I'm a professional driver, and when I talk about my job, I often get, oh, it's not safe, or all that kind of thing. But what I feel like, I actually have a safe job, but there are people that take advantage of our industry and our infrastructure to use it for bad purposes, right?
Absolutely.
And we're bus drivers, truck stop workers, truck drivers, the people that work at warehouses, we're in a really good place to be able to see something and say something. And the training is really, it's very easy to access.
Oh.
And I don't know why.
It's a video.
Right. But I don't know why every carrier doesn't incorporate that into their onboarding process.
And I think that's a great question.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you, and I think the answer to that question is they don't know either. I mean, no, honestly, they don't know either, right? Laura, how'd you get into
Yeah, great question. So I had a criminal justice background and didn't hear anything about human trafficking in my coursework. It wasn't until I heard a missionary speak on human trafficking that I was really confronted with my own potential intersections with the crime. And at that time, I just felt like there was something that I could do. I didn't know what it was. I ended up going and getting a master's degree in international human rights and forced labor and human trafficking. But the point is, you don't need a master's degree to get involved in this. Literally every single person, every truck driver, bus driver, energy worker, single mom, anybody, if you have a heartbeat, you can get involved with this work. And you mentioned truck drivers seeing so many different things. We know that at any given point, there are more professional drivers on the road than there are law enforcement. So why wouldn't we train them to recognize the signs, report what they're seeing, and be involved and be part of the solution?
And I know we sit here and I know we talk about it and I know we're here in the industry, and I think it's necessary that we make the call here at Women in Trucking. I think it's necessary that we say something here today about truckers against trafficking, because having been involved in it now for about I would say about a year, you can't imagine the people that I've talked to that tell their story now, because they know who we are, they know what we are about, and they know the message that we try to talk about here. It is a part of the program that we do, and it is part of the program that we associate with. And I'm telling you, it's scary to know how close it hits to home when none of us really realize how close each of us really are to what this is going on and how pervasive it is in our society.
Right. Yes. And it's as easy as just downloading their app for free. You don't have to wait for your carrier or your employer to buy. Just download the app. The training is included in the app, along with a lot more information about the organization. So why not?
I have
get educated.
Yeah, I have a couple of certificates on the wall, and one of them is my TAD certificate in my office.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it doesn't sound like much, but it's one of them I have in my office that I have, and that I was proud to put up because you hear the stories and you realize what's really going on, and anyone can be a victim of this at some point or another, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what sex you are.
Right.
It doesn't matter where you came from or how much money you had or where. It doesn't care.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, all it looks for is what I would say. There's sharks out there looking for blood in the water, and they're going to find that fish when they can find it, and they're going to take advantage of them, or they'll just rob them they'll just steal them, won't they?
Yeah, we know that there are over 50 million victims across the globe that are potentially victimized by this crime. We know it's generating $150 billion a year in illicit profits. We know there is no racial, gender, or socioeconomic bounds when it comes to who could be the victim, but also the trafficker. So we really have to continue to get the education out, because the other myth that we need to bust is that all trafficking begins with kidnapping. That can be a way that it begins, but by and large, the majority of these victims know their trafficker. It's some kind of family member relationship, friend of the family.
Wow.
And so we really especially have to be educating our kids on what to look for and how to be safe around tricky people.
I think it's hard to educate our kids if we're not willing to be educated ourselves.
Right.
And it's so easy to turn a blind eye because, it's there. How far do you think you have to go to actually see it? We're here in downtown Dallas. How far do you actually think we have to go to witness it today if you wanted to see it?
Well, probably not very far, because there is a link to major conferences, right, and sex trafficking. Not here at Accelerate, that's for sure.
Not at the Women in Trucking conference.
Right. Well, it's pervasive. And I actually have a friend that works in the law enforcement arena, and between the education that I've received from Truckers Against Trafficking and the conversations that I've had with him, it really is everywhere. And this training, I think, is important because sometimes you just need to know what to look for. And we might have seen it before and then not recognize what was going on. But now that you know, I have a little bit more education, and I actually have made the call on a couple of instances because I overheard something or I saw something. And so I went ahead and reported it, even if I wasn't 100% sure, because I thought it was more important to report it just in case that really was what I was seeing.
Right.
And hopefully have the opportunity to stop it or help somebody, as opposed to just second guess myself and then not say anything.
You know, I'll tell you, it's hard to even fathom, though, how easy it is to be a hero. I mean, it's a phone call.
Right.
And it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. It's a suspicion of the activity that's going on that doesn't look right. You're a professional driver?
Yeah.
I am too. Have been for 20 years. You think I don't know what doesn't look right in a truck stop?
Yeah.
Why is an automobile driving slowly through my parking lot at 2 a.m. in a truck parking lot in the back of the lot? I mean, what's he doing back there? Seriously, why is there a car back there? I mean, honestly, this is a truck parking lot with 300 spaces in it. There's parking up close to the front for cars. My deal is that it's not just that. It's not just truckers. It's everybody can get involved in. And I think truckers was a great avenue. I think it exploded. I think there are a lot of truckers associated with Truckers Against Trafficking, aren't there?
Yes, we've trained over 1.3 million people so far.
And you have more to train.
Yes.
You have more to train every day.
Yep.
And we have, and like you said, I like that. You've got shippers, receivers. You got traffic offices all over. You've got truck stops.
Bus stations.
Bus stations.
Business travelers. We all need to understand this too. In and out of airports, checking into hotels. Right? It just driving down city streets. It's not just happening at truck stops. This is happening in so many places.
It's happening in suburban areas as well.
Yep.
That shocked me the most, is that a well-to-do area does not mean that it doesn't happen there. I mean, anywhere that somebody takes advantage of somebody else for money and profit through the expense of a human being, and that's what we're talking about. And I'm telling you, it's sick. We've got to do something about it. I'm glad y'all are here. Do y'all have a booth here, or what are y'all doing here?
We have a booth, but Brandy, tell them about our trailer.
I mean, here it is. We've been showing it in the background.
The Freedom Drivers Project. We are located outside in the truck and tour technology. And it's open to tour during the time that the tour is open. Tomorrow morning we will be open again, I believe, from 10 to 1:20 p.m. And it has actual artifacts in the trailer from survivors with stories that go along with them of what those artifacts mean. So it gives you a different look on the different types of trafficking that can be involved. There are a lot of people that are confused or think that it's just, a pimp with some women out on the corner, but it can also happen in a household. A family member can traffic their own child or relative
and
out
it
of
happens,
the house.
right?
It happens.
Every day.
Sadly.
Sadly, every single day. And I'm telling you, and as we sit here and we talk about it and we talk about a solution, what I like about the phone number is you don't have to tell them who you are.
No.
You don't. It can be 100%. If you don't want to be involved and all you want to do is throw a life preserver overboard that somebody may be drowning, that's all you can. If that's what you can do, that's good.
Yes.
Because that life preserver may save their life. They're in the water drowning.
Yeah.
And all we're asking you to do is throw a preserver overboard by making a phone call.
Yep.
It's not that hard. And you know what? You don't have to raise your hand and say, I'm a hero. You don't have to. But you do have to do something.
Yes.
Yes.
If you want to be a good citizen, you want to do the right thing, and you want to find a way to help those that can't help themselves. I mean, how important it is to stand up for those that can't speak out. It's an opportunity, it's a chance of a lifetime that you can do that. I celebrate that y'all are here. What, if any message, what do you have, Brandy, that when we're here?
I would say the biggest thing is me being a mother and a grandmother, if that were one of their children or if it were one of mine, I would hope that somebody has the education that would make that call to help bring my child back to me.
Laura?
I would say it's free. It's easy. It can be done in less than 30 minutes. There's literally no reason why every carrier, I mean, Kellylyn has already said it, why everyone is not involved in this work. We make it easy. We send all of the materials. We are here to brainstorm and to support all of our partner companies, so many of them that are here at the Accelerate conference. But we need your help. We need your help.
You know, go ahead, Kellylyn.
Well, I was going to say they also have a decal that you can put on your window, and I have it on both sides of my truck.
Absolutely.
So that even if, and it's good for me to have it because then I've got the number right there, right? But also if anybody passes by my vehicle and they need help, then that number is right there for them.
You know, you can call Truckers Against Trafficking. They will send you the information. They will send you the flyers. They will send you the information guidebooks. They will send you what you need to get started. They aren't shy. They will ship it right away, and they'll have it in your orientation room tomorrow pretty quickly. I'm telling you, you just got to make the phone call.
And download the app.
And download the app. Of course, always download the app. But watch the video, watch the training video. It'll change your life, it'll change what you think about it, it'll change what you do and how you think about things wherever you are and what you're seeing. Because we have to find a way to solve this. And we're gonna have to do it together, right? I mean, I can't do it. I'm not gonna be able to do it by myself. You're not gonna be able to solve.
Power in numbers.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, it's a wave that we got to get on and we got to ride through and make this a difference. Man, I thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate y'all being here. Great message. I can't wait to go see the trailer. I can't wait to go out there and say hi to everybody. And if you're here, find a way to stop in, find a way to say hi, and to also find a way to download the app. Right? Kellylyn says download the app.
And it's free.
And it is free.
It's absolutely free.
All right, this is Drive Safe Dave here at BCB Live, the safest station in the nation. We'll be back tomorrow with some more interviews. See you then.